What is up, everyone? Here we are, lesson 31. I'm joking. Today's not a lesson. Today is an unboxing. As I've alluded to in a lot of my previous videos, after we finish Pimsleur level 1, we proceed to the second phase of the initial immersion phase of language learning, which should take between 6 to 9 months, depending on the difficulty of the language. With Greek, we're expecting between 6 to 9 months for this immersion phase, where we're not really trying to communicate or speak the language, we're just trying to absorb and understand the language through lots and lots of sentences being drilled into your head. Pimsleur is just an introductory course to give you a good feel of the language. I've got that now. So here we go. Linguaphone. We're going to be reviewing Linguaphone, doing a cheeky unboxing, and perhaps trying the first lesson out. So let's crack this open, guys, and see what we're dealing with. Now, Linguaphone is similar to Assimil. Assimil being the French language learning, a very famous language learning company that teach in a very unique way. They teach via, as I mentioned, kind of immersion and trying to allow the learner to figure out connections. So they'll just give you loads and loads of sentences, and they'll give you some pointers here and there of like, okay, this is a bit of grammar, this is what this means, blah, blah, blah. And then most of the time it's allowing you to understand the language, making the connections yourself, just through spotting patterns in the language. Very much like how a baby would learn a language. Unfortunately, Greek is not a very commonly learned language. So with that in mind, there aren't that many resources. And Assimil, being a French company, whilst they do have a Greek course, the base language you're learning in is French, so it's a bit tricky. Languages like French, German, Spanish, Assimil has created an English language version where you're learning Spanish, German, French through English, but we don't have that with Greek. So we've gone for Linguaphone. It's a label, check it out. Oh, looks legit. I can't tell if that's inverted. So we're gonna open this up, guys, and see what we have in store. I'm looking forward to start this course because it says on the website that this should take you to a B2 level for languages. Now, B2 is a pretty high standard of proficiency. I think if you could speak B2, you could probably, B2 level of a language is a European framework of kind of like language capabilities. If you could speak at a B2 level, I would say that you can essentially say to someone that you speak that language. So if I get to a B2 level in Greek, then I can say I speak Greek, then I'll be bilingual properly. I can kind of speak Chinese because I'm half Chinese, guys. I mentioned that in my first video. But yeah, my Chinese is very poor because as a child I was lazy and I never really put any effort into learning languages. So we're struggling here to get this open. As you can see, I'm using some nail clippers, which isn't the most useful tool for this sort of stuff, but what we're working with. Ooh. Okay, so I've got this little thingy-majiggy open. Let's go around to this side and try again. Here we go. This will open, I'm sure, eventually. I feel like a kid on Christmas, guys. I am trying to work hard for this. It's not easy. Okay, let me see what we've got here. Doesn't seem like this wants to come off. Okay, here we go, perfect. Now, does this? Perfect. All right, oh, haha, it's open. Ooh. Cheeky delivery note. Description, Greek complete plus USB. 1 unit. That's good to know. There's 1 unit of Greek in it. Wow, it's a proper box, guys. Ooh. Here we go. Just to the side. Wow, look at that. That is a sizable box. I feel like this is massively unnecessary. They could just literally have it as a digital course, but I guess they insist on presenting it like this. I guess some people like the paperback version, but here we go. Opening it up. Whoa! Got some bubble wrap and stuff. Here we go. What's the note say? Thank you for purchasing a Linguaphone complete language course. Blah, 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 blah. Your purchase includes a free subscription to the Linguaphone e-learning website. By logging in, you can access the same course audio anywhere in the world and play the audio tracks on any internet-enabled device, such as computer, smartphone, or tablet. Okay, that's cool. Whoa, this looks legit. Here we go, guys. That's what it looks like. Pretty sizable package here. That's what she said. So you got Linguaphone, everything you need to speak Greek. It's like a study leaflet. Don't know what that means. It's kind of like a how to use your course book. So I guess a guide on how to learn Greek. Interesting. Very interesting. So it's kind of like, okay, you've got the Linguaphone method here. So I'm gonna just read this out for you guys. Hopefully this isn't like copyright or anything, but I'm just gonna read this out for you. The Linguaphone method. The success of Linguaphone is based on the simple Linguaphone method. Listen, understand, speak. This is a natural way to learn a new language. So listening, this is the essential first step of the Linguaphone method. A key feature of your Linguaphone course is that all recordings are entirely in the Greek language, spoken by native speakers, so you can be sure you are hearing Greek as it is really spoken. Although this may initially sound strange to you, it is recognized as the best and quickest way to learn a language. You are immediately introduced to the Greek language and you will be surprised how quickly and naturally you become accustomed to the new rhythms and sounds. Phase 2, understand. At the beginning, you will not understand all the new language you hear on the recordings. Because of this, your Linguaphone Greek course contains a bilingual handbook, which gives you the word-by-word and phrase-by-phrase translations and explanations of the language. The printed versions of the recordings can be found in your textbook and spoken exercises book. And by following these, you will develop your reading ability in the Greek language. Okay, interesting. So, unlike Pimsleur, they just scrap the English, no English involved at all. They just chuck you right into the deep end of the pool, the metaphorical language learning pool. And yeah, they give you a handbook to sort of stay afloat and allow you in the early lessons to sort of pick up the language. But we kind of already have a decent understanding of the language from Pimsleur, so this is gonna put us in a good stead. Phase 3, to speak. With Linguaphone, you are encouraged to start speaking from the very first lesson. First imitating the native speakers featured on the recordings, and then actually taking part in conversations yourself. Lesson by lesson, new topics and phrases and words are introduced, and with each step forward, your conversational skills will develop as you listen, understand, and speak. Here we go. That is it, guys. Excellent. So, that's very exciting. Study booklet. Then we've got the Boss Ass USB. Here we go. Very swag. So I'm gonna have to connect this up to my PC. I've just realized that I don't have a USB to USB connector with me right now, so I can't do the first lesson for you guys, unfortunately. But here you go. This is what I spent over $100 on. This bad boy right here. And we've got textbooks. We've got the handbook here. So that is Elinika. That's what it literally means. Sorry, that's how it's pronounced, and it means Greek. In Greek, of course. I'm sure you guys have figured that out by now. So, Elinika handbook. Interesting. So, yeah, so there's alphabets and sounds. Okay. So it kind of starts off with alphabets and sounds. I guess it teaches you a bit of the language. Then the introduction. Very, very, very curious to start with these lessons, guys. It's going to be a good, fun journey. And as I said, if you're considering learning a language, I'd recommend start off with Pimsleur, get your feet wet, and then move on to either Assimil for the most commonly spoken languages. You can just go on the Assimil website. It's spelt Assimil, and you can see which languages are taught in English. Unless you speak fluent French, then you can do pretty much any language on the website. So the introduction, here we go. What's this? It's an aeroplane. What's this? It's a book. What's this? It's a record. What's this? It's a lighter, etc. So very simple sentences. And it starts to get more and more complicated until, and at the end here, we've got a whole, like towards the end of the book. Okay, I'm just, sorry for swearing, but I'm just gonna spoil it, guys. At the very end of the book, we've got things like whole conversations going on. Yeah, pia vima procheta. What's it about? yeah, interesting, guys. And then we've got whole paragraphs of just English, which I guess will be spoken out. Very cool. So yeah, this is very interesting, guys. Stuff like this. I don't know if you can read that. Hopefully I'll invert it so you guys can read it, but I don't know. It's quite a thick textbook, as you can see. So proper Greek sentences, proper lessons. I hope it's fun though. I don't want it to be too dense. I'm slightly concerning me how dense these sentences are. We should be fine. So that's the handbook. And then lastly, oh my goodness, we've got 3 more books here. Okay. So it looks like, I don't know what this is, but it looks all in Greek. I think I understand what's happening now, guys. So this is the actual lessons. So here you go. For example, you've got lesson 68 here. So these are the actual lessons, which will be the conversations we listen to. But then the handbook, which has all the English in, you turn to the relevant lesson, lesson 68, and then you can use that to aid you in the actual lesson, which is in Greek. So it might give you pointers in the same way. It's very similar to Assimil, in the same way Assimil points out, okay, this is a grammatical point, or this bit of vocab is said this way with this ending or whatever. So that will assist us with the actual lessons. So yeah, that has the handbook in, so it's like kind of the survival guide, and this is the actual lesson book. And then this is, I don't know what this is. It looks like just Greek as well. Not quite sure what this book is. It's just all in Greek, so I have no clue what it is. I can actually read the very first phrase there. I'm not sure if you can spot that, but that is Tikanate Kire, literally saying, how are you, Mr. and then whatever the surname is. That's funny though that they started with the same sentence there. But yeah, so pretty cool. We've got one more book here. This is the thinnest of them all. What is this? This is the alphabet. So this is a booklet to introduce the Greek alphabet, and it's intended to help you familiarize yourself with the printed and handwritten forms of the letters and to teach you to reproduce the letters yourself. Okay, cool. Obviously, as I mentioned in my first lesson way back 1 month ago, I learned Greek in high school. I learned ancient Greek as like a language. Obviously, you don't speak it; it's more like a written language, because obviously ancient Greek is a dead language. So I have some understanding of the alphabet, but the way we pronounce it there back in school was very different to how I've learned it in Pimsleur. Like, for example, the letter delta, so like as in the phonetic alphabet, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, delta, which is like a D looking shape, that is actually pronounced in Greek th, so like the. So if you have like a delta and an O, I would think it would be pronounced like do or do. It's actually pronounced tho or tho. So very weird thing there, but you know, I'm rambling. So yeah, we've got everything here, guys. Look at it. This is the full shebang. Very thick. And the USB, so that's over $100, like $150, $140. So not cheap, guys, but if you're serious about learning a language, having a structured method that replicates how a baby would learn a language, so Linguaphone or Assimil, I think is the best way to learn. And it's also what Ikena Languages, who's a big YouTuber, if you are into languages, you definitely watch some of his videos. Ikena Languages, he recommends the same system. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, guys, well, that's the unboxing done. I'm undecided yet whether I will do a lesson in the same video. I don't want to keep this too long. I've already done a 15-minute video, but yeah, we're gonna get cracking with this, and this should be multiple months. So hopefully within 6 to 9 months, something like that, having completed the Linguaphone course, we will be ready to take on the language properly, as in to learn to speak it. And hopefully we'll be able to understand most TV shows. That is the aim. And I'll keep you guys updated, keep you guys with me on the journey. And hopefully you are learning a language alongside me, whatever language it is. And we're growing together day by day. Just stay consistent, guys. And yeah, that was the Linguaphone unboxing for Greek, modern Greek. See you guys in the next video.